Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the latest immigration news. Today is December 17th, and we're quickly approaching the holiday season. In this one, I have some good news, really great news, I should say. And then towards the end, I have some not so great news. So stick around and listen to today's updates. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer, working with clients nationwide and across the globe to solve tough immigration problems. Reach out to us at McBean Law at 516-866-3900 or at McBeanLaw.com, where you can request to book an appointment with us. Also, guys, before you go today, do me the favor and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll get these videos each week. Now, let's talk about some immigration news, guys. And as a matter of fact, I'm pulling up the newsletter that we emailed to our subscribers just yesterday. We emailed it. And if you're not yet getting our newsletters, guys, subscribe. It's free and you can get it. You can subscribe at McBeanLaw.com and get our updates each week. Now, the first update that I'd like to share with you is about Washington State offering health insurance under the Affordable Care Act to undocumented immigrants. This is new, guys, and it started in 2023. And this is really a big deal because now, through the waiver that Washington State was able to get approved by the Biden administration, Washington can now will offer coverage, health insurance coverage to undocumented immigrants, residents in their state. And guys, as I've mentioned in a very brief video update recently about this issue, you have documented and undocumented immigrants who pay taxes, guys. They've been paying into the system. And so Washington has made the state, based on what they found to be inequities in their system, they've made the decision to now extend coverage to undocumented immigrants. Let me know your thoughts below on this issue. Secondly, guys, great news with respect to updates to the naturalization test, okay? The government has recognized that the test can be improved, and so they're going to start a new trial next year. It's a 5-month trial to make some changes to the civics part of the test, as well as the English speaking part of the test. I think they're trying to make it more standardized. So we'll see how that goes. Depending on how the trial works out, they will then make the the changes final. Okay, so that's kind of interesting and exciting. Next, guys, H-2B visas. In fiscal year 2023, the Department of Homeland Security and DOL, Department of Labor, they're making available 64,000 additional H-2B temporary non-agricultural worker visas. And so this is great news for businesses who are trying to recruit more labor. As you guys know, there's a labor shortage in America. And so now we have more opportunities to bring folks in to help with our economy, the economy, really. Okay, next we have great news regarding immigrant visas. Guys, you know that during the Trump years and during the pandemic, we saw a significant decline in the number of immigrant visas that U.S. embassies around the world were issuing. And so now this is so terrific because what we're seeing is that last year, or during fiscal year 2022, 500,000 permanent visas were issued to immigrants. And so that is a huge improvement. Now, is there still a backlog at U.S. embassies? Absolutely. There is a backlog, certainly still in many places, but some countries have actually seen a vast improvement with their issuance numbers. And so this is great news that more people are getting their visas to come to the U.S. and be with their family. Now, public charge, guys, I'm going to jump on the screen for a moment. Now, I did a very brief update about public charge, a live session. I was live on Instagram and TikTok. And if you're not following me on social media, follow me at McBean Immigration Law on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And so I gave an update that said that public charge questions are now going to appear on the new green card application starting December 23rd, 2022, which is just a few days. The I-485 form to adjust status, for those of you who are here in the US who are eligible to get a green card here, that application will consist of new questions, public charge questions. Do not be alarmed by those questions and don't think that, oh my God, the Trump public charge is back, because that's not what this is at all. Under the new scheme of things, the government has the government went back to the older version of public charge and defined the rules a little bit better. And you will be considered a public charge if you are likely to become dependent on the US government for assistance. And that's evidenced by the fact that you had received cash assistance in the past, or you've received long term institutionalization care or benefits. If you've received those kinds of benefits, guys, then you will be considered a public charge. Those issues you can overcome, but it will be tougher to get the green card here if you had received cash assistance from the government or long-term institutionalization benefits from the government. The new application has these questions on there. It also asks you to tell them about your income, your assets, your debt, your certifications, your diplomas. They want to know all of these things, but truly they only care about whether you've received cash benefits or cash assistance, or that long-term care benefit that I mentioned. And if you did, then you'll have to give them paperwork to tell them when did you receive it, how much did you receive, and those types of details. But you do not have to submit a ton of paperwork related to your income, assets, and debt, and all of those kinds of things. No, they just want to know some numbers. Okay. So that's what's going on. So starting December 23rd, 2022, you must submit to them the new green card application that includes these public charge questions. Alrighty, next is the Biden administration, and this is interesting, right? Because here the Biden administration is now they're looking to cut the number of migrants who would be eligible to apply for asylum at the border. And at the same time, they want to make available the opportunity to apply for asylum for folks who are back home in their country, as opposed to being able to do so at the border. So this is a new plan that they're putting together. We haven't seen the specifics yet of this new framework, but this is interesting. They don't want a lot of people to show up at the borders anymore. You guys know that there's a big problem with that currently. Now, this is the bad news, guys, that I wanted to share with you. And this is about the bipartisan Senate talks that were happening over the last week and a half or so. And unfortunately, the bipartisan talks failed. They failed to get 60 votes. They needed 60 senators to support these ideas. And the ideas that they had would have allowed dreamers to have a more permanent status, lawful status in the US, in addition to more dollars at the border security. And so the reports that, are coming out in the news from legislative aides, they say that, although there was a big disappointment with regard to these bipartisan talks. They weren't able to do what they wanted to do before the year ended. They are looking to resurrect this in the next Congress, and that we should stay tuned. So I'm really hopeful that they will do something with respect to this. And I'm sorry to have to share this news. And when I saw this yesterday, I think it was, or 2 days ago, I thought, although, I was on the fence about it because they haven't been able to achieve that support that they really needed on the Senate side quite yet. So guys, share your thoughts below. This is the update. Subscribe to our firm newsletter so that you could get these newsletters. It's free. It's McBeanLaw.com, and subscribe today. Guys, it was great being with you in this one. Share this with others, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.